professional footballer or you had a massive career in football. Uh, Key position was a defender.
Yeah.
I think he was about 16 years or so in this, as a senior career is in football.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think you got an injury, and that's what sort of caused your career to
Yeah.
end. But
Yeah.
you've done some fantastic, massive achievements in football, massive achievements in the community for the charity. You've got an MBE. So yeah, so we've met a few times, and
Mm.
people know you. I believe as Linvoy the footballer, but I've got to know you on a bit more of a personal level. And actually, you're much more than just a footballer. You're actually an amazing human being. But
Thank you.
let's. Yeah. So how did you touched on a little bit about football? So how did the passion for football start to sort of come through and shine?
Yeah. So it was like anything, I suppose, there's not a lot on TV when you're growing up. There was a time in the day when the TV used to be off, because there's no chat, nothing on, nothing playing.
All channels.
Uh, yeah. So anyway, the FA Cup was a big moment in the football season, and then this particular final was Manchester City versus Tottenham. And I don't remember the Saturday game, but they had a replay in the week, and Tottenham won. And there was an Argentinian player called Ricky Villa who scored this amazing goal. And at the time, I watched him and thought, well, if he can do it, so can I. But I think what drew me was the reaction of the crowd. Looking back now, it was that, oh my, look at everybody's excited because this guy scored this goal. And that was it. That's where how the dream started to become a footballer. But I didn't know the pathway. I didn't know, you had to go to schoolboy football or play for a Sunday. I didn't have any idea. So my first game that I actually played was against my teddy bears in the corridor of my flat, my mum and dad's flat. And I used to win a couple of games, that was all right. I scored a few goals as well. But I suppose that's where the dream started, through that game. And then after that, because I started to put myself in a position where I could play football all the time, I would. But his main motivation was that he'd been to prison, and he said he didn't want any of us to end up in prison. So his thing was, I'm going to give you an opportunity. He said, I'll get you to the door, but it's up to you what you do next. And he was true to his words. And from those letters that he wrote, clubs wrote back, but Charlton wrote and said, you can bring your team over to play us. And by this time, we're about under 13s, under 14s. And we went and played them. 6 of us got selected to go back. And that's it. That's when the professional side of the game started to take place for me.